एग्जाम के टाइम सब भूल गई।
I'll revise. নমস্কার কলকাতা।
Don't look here.
কেমন আছো সবাই?
I can't help. मेरी जीके पैदल है।
What is the second line, third line? I forgot. नहीं, তোমাদের সবাইকে নেই, তোমাদের সবাইকে অনেক ধন্যবাদ এখানে আসার জন্য। আমি খুব এক্সাইটেড। আশা করি তোমাদের সবার I'm making a big fool of myself.
But it's okay. We have with us stalwarts of cinema.
No, I have to finish this. One second, I'll do it again.
We'll try again.
নমস্কার কলকাতা।
নমস্কার কলকাতা।
কেমন আছো সবাই?
কেমন আছো সবাই?
তোমাদের সবাইকে অনেক ধন্যবাদ।
What she said.
এখানে আসার জন্য আজ আমি খুব এক্সাইটেড। আশা করি তোমাদের সবার আমার নতুন গান ঢিন্ডোরা খুব ভালো লাগবে।
क्या बात है! A thundering round of applause. Yes, we are very proud.
I'm sorry, मैं कल सुबह से I've been learning these lines और यहाँ आके आपका सारा चेहरा देखे लाल रंग देखे मैं भूल गई. But I was wanting to greet you in Bengali, so I've done this.
So sweet, what a sweet gesture. Yeah, I am touched on your behalf. I am touched. So lovely. Even I know some Bengali lines.
But we'll come to that.
Okay.
Bengali is such a beautiful language और यहाँ पे जो कोशिश थी उससे और ज़्यादा खूबसूरत बना दी. I'm sure everybody is seeing that only. एक बार जोरदार तालियां हो जाए हमारे सुपरस्टार्स के लिए, ladies and gentlemen. Ranveer,
so sweet, like a रसगुल्ला. Can us कोई होला? तो का देखे दिल मांगे मोर.
Okay, I think we should call our esteemed guest.
Okay, I should not.
We should.
Okay.
Alright. So Ranveer, we are here for a very special thing जो कि होने वाली है और उसके लिए we have some very special guests जिनको आप साथ में लेके आए हैं. So please बताइए क्या होने वाला है आज. What's the show flow today?
तो आज हम यहाँ we have come to launch one of our most largest, biggest, full of celebration songs, ढिंडोरा बाजे रे. जैसे कि आपने ट्रेलर में देखा है, there is a cross of cultures. रानी की फैमिली के साथ और रॉकी की फैमिली के साथ. तो ये ऑब्वियसली हमारा पूरा दुर्गा पूजा का सेलिब्रेशन है जिसमें रॉकी भी सेलिब्रेट कर रहे हैं साथ में, बिकॉज दिस इज ऑल अबाउट द स्विच एंड लविंग ईच अदर्स फैमिलीज. बट क्योंकि मैंने फैमिली का अभी मेंशन किया है, रानी फैमिली इज इनकम्प्लीट विदाउट हर पेरेंट्स एज यूजुअल, ऑफ कोर्स. सो आई वुड लाइक टू कॉल ऑन स्टेज माय माँ चुन्नी मैम एंड बाबा टोटा सर.
जोरदार तालियां हो जाए. Come on, make some noise. रानी के मॉम डैड यहाँ पर है.
I do method. I go gym. I do squat, bench press, pull-ups, push-ups, bicep curls, tricep curls. Today only cardio and abs.
बढ़िया है. You can check him out. देख सकते हैं, देखने की चीज है. On that note, with your kind permission, shall we do the honors?
Very special occasion. Really happy to be sharing it with you all. One of our most dear songs. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting ढिंडोरा बाजे रे.
Instruction is that when you all are dancing together, it should be दो जिस्म एक जान. तो आपको एक के साथ एक स्टेप मिलाना है. तो हमने बहुत रिहर्सल्स की for that. Energy, तो honestly when dancing with Ranveer Singh, if you don't put energy in, then you are not going to be looked at all.
I was just telling Janvi, I was like, look at her, she's giving it, giving it.
And Ranveer has this thing before any take or before a shot, he will always scream and he'll bring up the whole, everybody's energy on set, all the dancers, all the crowd, every technician is like, yeah, on some other like level of energy at the end of it. So that also comes from him. He does that before every show.
Must. It's a must. It's a must.
It's a must, and we can see the excitement यहाँ पे अभी भी when we are talking about this song. जिस दिन से ट्रेलर आया है, we were waiting for this song.
Same here. One of my favorites.
Right. And अब जब आ गया बड़े पर्दे पे, you just saw it.
हिंदी फिल्म के प्यार वाला बगावत वाला गाना है ना, बगावत. I just love the theme of bagavat as a theme.
Yes.
And then this is the great rebels in love, reveling in love. I just love it. Plus the visuals, all of this red. It's really, it's a pet favorite of mine.
Right. Sir, for you, how was it? You know, you were there, you were very much there, and how did you stop yourself from, you know, breaking into a move while on sets?
Who said I stopped myself?
That's news.
All of us. We were dancing behind the camera, behind the scene. All of us, we enjoyed it. And these two wonderful artists, what you could see it
Right.
on screen.
Yes.
It's quite evident.
Absolutely.
And they worked so hard without us, without anything. 5 days in a row, every day dancing, 12 hours a day. It's incredible. It's not easy, let me tell you that. It's not easy.
But I also have to say there is a surprise in
Yes,
this
a
song.
secret and a surprise.
जो
We aren't the only ones who danced our hearts out. There's somebody else who's also gifted it.
So there is a surprise of the song which we'll only see in the theatre because we're saving that for last.
So 28th of this month, बस आ ही गया. Ma'am, what would you like to say to जो भी अभी हमने बातें करी हैं यहाँ पे for this song in particular? ढिंडोरा बज रहा है.
I should say that we should have a round of applause for the rest of the dancers as well.
Yes.
With so much energy, and they were, they were there and sitting on the floor waiting for the next move to begin. And Ranveer cheered them up like no one's business. And there was a lot of screaming during this dance, because of the energy to keep it all up. So I was very proud to be a part of the sequence.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing that. Okay, now it's your turn. आप लोगों के जो भी सवाल जवाब हैं आप पूछ सकते हैं. साथ ही सरप्राइज की बात हो रही है, बता देता हूँ. The advance opening for this movie is
एडवांस खुल गए जी, एडवांस खुल गए. जय झूलेलाल.
आलिया, मेरा सवाल आपसे है, क्योंकि आपके हबी रणवीर जी, उनकी म्यूजिक की समझ काफ़ी ज़्यादा है, जो आप कई बार कहते हुए आ रहे हो, तो ढिंडोरा आज रिलीज हुई है, तो उनकी ओपिनियन क्या रही होगी?
He used one word which is it's very strong and it's very powerful. And I think it's both, not one word, it's 2 words, but he said it's powerful, very strong, it will make a strong impact. That's what he said.
और रणवीर से मेरा सवाल है कि रणवीर, आपने कहा कि ये फिल्म एक टाइमलेस क्लासिक बनने वाली है.
मैंने कब कहा सर?
सर आपने स्टेटमेंट
कमाल है सर.
आपने स्टेटमेंट
कुछ भी बोल रहे हो सर. पिक्चर रिलीज से पहले मैं खुद की फिल्म को बोल रहा हूँ, ये तो टाइमलेस क्लासिक है.
सर आपने ये
और मैंने जो परफॉर्म किया, ऐसे कोई बोलता है सर? बिल्कुल नहीं सर, मैंने ये तो नहीं बोला. ये बोला कि करण जौहर बोनांजा है, करण जौहर एक्स्ट्रावेगेंजा है. This is one preeminent filmmaker of our country who's made such wonderful cult classics, all-time classics, which are कुछ कुछ होता है, कभी खुशी कभी गम. You know that theme of family, drama, humor, color, song and dance. That's what we love about his cinema. वो कूट कर भरा है रॉकी और रानी की प्रेम कहानी में. तो करण जौहर के लिए ये फिल्म जरूर देखने जाना. If you loved his cinema, then you're going to love Rocky और रानी की प्रेम कहानी.
Hi Ranveer, this is RJ Sharik. यहाँ से आपके राइट साइड, सॉरी राइट लेफ्ट. ढिंडोरा गाने में हमने देखा है कि
सर आपके पीछे जो लाइट है ना, ऐसे सिलुएट में है ना. ऐसे
मैं यहाँ जाऊँ
सिलुएट में ऐसे लग रहा है WWF का कोई फाइटर आ रहा है.
सो ढिंडोरा गाने में हमने देखा है कि आलिया जो है वो झुमका पहन कर है और आप नहीं पहनते हैं. सो मुझे खराब लगा तो मैं आपके लिए लेकर आया.
क्या बात है सर, आपको मूवमेंट बनाना था, पहले बोल देना. आप गाना प्ले करो हमारा हिट वाला.
झुमके होता है.
मेरा फेवरेट गाना है फिल्म का.
राइट. वो झुमका आ जाएगा.
other one, पहले one, hit one, फंटास्टिक वन। तो क्या करेंगे सर हम इस झुमके का? आप मुझे पहनाओगे? आप मुझे पहना, मेरे गुदवाया हुआ है। अच्छा मैंने गुदवाया हुआ है, आप डालना चाहेंगे? झुमका डाल के डांस करेंगे?
Hello, hi. Creative input matters, and everybody, it just feels very like a family and just friends coming together. There's a lot of hard work, there's a lot of getting the day in, but there's never stress, there's never anybody screaming, there's never any tension. It's just very light, and I think we'd all agree. Sometimes in the most serious scenes, we are still having a laugh on the side. Then of course we get into character and we get serious again. But the atmosphere is very light.
There's another question we have from Priyanka.
Hi, Priyanka from the Telegraph. Great having you guys here. Ranveer, I wanted to know that what was it like being a cartoon Johar hero for the first time?
Thank you for that question, ma'am. It was very unique, very interesting. And Karan Johar's most unique leading man, I would say. So yeah, I think Karan himself would submit that this is a leading man unlike any of his previous ones. So I'm really glad that I have that distinction, come into his world, his cinema, and add a little bit of my own texture. It was very fulfilling. I always had this dream of working with Karan Johar. In fact, so much so, I had pictures of a bunch of directors on my wall that I used to manifest that someday I'm going to work with them, and Karan Johar was one of them. So this is a great big tick of a box for me from a life and career perspective, that I get to be the leading man in a Karan Johar film. Wow! Even now when I say it, it feels a bit surreal.
Hi, Ranveer Alia. Your bond offline and online is quite visible. You don't need to ask. In every project you do, it's just so. It seems like you guys know each other for like times now. So how does it come on screen? And I'm from India Podcast. We forgot to introduce.
It's pretty amazing. My second collaboration with Alia, and it's been a while since we shot that movie. And she and I have both evolved as people. So it was like I met another beautiful version of Alia during Gully Boy, and an even more beautiful version of her now. She is very, very dear to me as a friend, and it is an honor and a privilege to act with her, because in my estimation, she is one of the greatest performers that we've had in Indian cinema. I mean, you saw what she did in Gangubai Kathiawadi, and she's just getting started. So yeah, she's one of my favorite actors, and she elevates my own work, and I cannot emphasize that enough. I always say it's so delightful to work with her. You just show up, you be present, you submit and surrender to your co-actor, and things just flow. When you have that degree of trust in your co-actor, and when there is such a free-flowing exchange, it really leads to something special. So I hope that in the years to come also we keep collaborating and creating some milestones in Indian cinema.
Yeah, I have the same feeling for Ranveer in terms of this, what he said about trust. I think it's so, in Gully Boy, we were somewhere coming from the same world. Our characters were coming from the same world. In this film, we had very different, opposite characters, but there was so much safety that we both felt with each other when we were performing, that I give him his space to perform and I kind of encourage it. Like in these situations, we add fuel to each other's fire, I would say. You know, like we let the fire kind of flow. And I think that safety and that creativity playroom is very, very exciting. And even during promotions, whenever I come to him and I say, let's do this reel, you know, then we both ideate together on it. So we kind of like children when we creatively engage. One thing that I always feel like, I don't know why, I'm just really into numbers, but I'm a number 6 and so is Ranveer. So I feel like, you know, it's a thing. Like I feel like we just sometimes, I don't even have to say something and I say, but, and I do this and he says, yeah, and he knows what I'm thinking, which I find so amazing.
I want to take a moment from your favorite actor at the end of now to have a moment with you and dance with you at the end of the
Which song?
Which one?
You say, Jhumka, Dindora.
Done. We do Tindora before.
चल done.
Hi, hello. Hi all of you. Alia.
दिल से नाचना मैं दिल से ताली बजाऊंगा.
Hi Juniti. Hi Devta.
Hello.
Hi. So my first question to you, Alia, is my name is Shamita. I'm from OTT Play Hindustan Times. My first question to you, during this film shooting of Tum Kya Mile, how tough was it for you to wear a very thin sari when Ranveer was wearing a complete jacket and everything, you know, in that extreme weather condition? That's my first question to you. And my question to both of you is this: what did you do to make sure that you don't stereotype these two cultures that you are dealing with? Now that you all are walking on very thin ice, what was there in your mind? These are the two questions I have.
Okay, so firstly I think talking about Tum Kya Mile, it's a clear sort of homage to the Yash Chopra songs that we've grown up watching, and Karan's intention was to bring back that love for chiffon saris in the snow, and you know, hero heroine are just singing to each other. He wanted to do that, so that's where the thought came from. So based on the thought, one has to kind of go with the saris. I'll be very honest and candid. My approach to anything, whether it's hard, difficult, there have been times I've done songs with an injured foot. There have been times where it's been boiling hot, but I've worn many, many layers. Similarly, in this condition, it was extremely cold and I had to wear a chiffon sari. But there's a lot of care that goes into taking care of the actor. So what you're not seeing is there's lots of heaters around. I'm wearing leg warmers. And the same Ranveer who's wearing those many jackets is in between takes, taking those jackets and putting it onto me so that I at least get that little respite. But I would say if I can praise myself 2%, I'm a trooper that way. I go with the flow and I like, listen, karna hai to we have to get the job done. And there's not, like if I wear puffer jackets, then there wouldn't be that beauty in that chiffon sari. So I was really happy doing it because I got to live my dream. Your second question, I think it's a very, very important question, and I completely I think empathize with that, because none of us want to see stereotyped characters in today's day and age. There has to be a lot of referencing done. I think the way I kind of I relied a lot, for example, on Chunni Ma'am and Tota Sir, and a lot on just the general creative. Our main dialogue writer is Bengali herself, Ishita Moitra. So I think she was very sensitive about that as well. Ranveer can answer how he kind of did that. But I think these things we attempt at everything because we are very aware of it, and the rest we leave into the audience's hands. Let him know.
Yeah. I feel when you're depicting, you know, certain tropes of certain cultures, we should be open to keeping things light, you know. I'm somebody who can very easily take a joke on myself, so I'm cool with it. I feel like this is Karan Johar's most humorous film, and I hope that the audience senses that from the trailer and comes in, you know, to have fun and to have a good laugh. As far as Tum Kya Mile goes, man, I can't tell you how warm I was. I was wearing these down puffer jackets from Montclair, which Karan Johar brought, and they were just so warm, I couldn't feel a thing.
He's being sarcastic or funny?
It is fact.
It is fact.
Yeah, but the point I really want to make is about Alia. I have to tell you, it was very cold. I was in all of those layers, and it was thermals and puffer jackets, and Alia is that kind of leader on the film set. You know, she knows that a lot of work is going into the shot, and a lot of work is going in to set her up to deliver, and that's what she does. And that's what makes her what she is. An absolute leader, an absolute trooper. Any shot, anytime, people were, when it was getting colder and colder, people were getting extremely concerned. Alia, are you okay? She's like, no, I'm fine, let's go. So she's that kind of teammate, team player, and I deeply appreciate that about her. I've also learned from my seniors. I remember we were shooting Dil Dhadakne Do somewhere in Spain, and Anil Kapoor and myself were in a dinghy, and it was so hot that we were barely able to perform. And he was like, it's all the mind, it's all the mind. It's all the mind, it's all the mind. Antarctica, man, Antarctica.
But you know why I do
We were
that?
melting like ice cream.
That's
And he's like, Antarctica is so cold, it's Antarctica. So yeah, it is all in the mind, you know.
But
You
that's
just
true,
psych
mind
yourself.
matter. Yeah.
You just have to psych yourself and get past it, and then you will have something that hopefully you will be proud of.
Hello. This is Shobik from India Blooms in the front row here. Yeah. Hello to everyone. Alia, my first question to you. Since your last release, a lot has changed in your personal life as well. And you have your priorities set very rightly. I would like to know how have the changes in your personal life has impacted and positively influenced your career and the films? This is my first question. Second question, along with this film, you are also set for your Hollywood debut. How excited are you, and tell us something about that?
So I'll answer just your first question, and then we'll move on to the next question. I have to be very honest. I always thought I had a lot of love to give, and I'm a very loving person. But after becoming a mom and after giving birth to my beautiful daughter, the whole language of love has changed for me completely and become so much larger. So I think there's, when I say change, I don't think I can put it into words as to how it's changed. But most definitely, I think I have a whole new barrage of emotions to feel, and I'm just way more sensitive. My heart is way more open than before. I don't know what that will mean for me in my professional life, but yeah, that's just what I currently feel.
And for Dhindora, you know, if we come back to this, like Hollywood tak jayega ye gana, I'm sure people are gonna love this. आपने expressions की बात की, emotions की बात की, sir मेरा एक सवाल रह गया था. I'll come back. This is for the both of you. You know, we were just talking about Anil Kapoor sir. जो हिंदी सिनेमा के stalwarts हैं वो भी हैं इसमें. Dharam sir is there, Shabana Azmi ji is there, Jaya ji is there. How was it, you know, collaborating with them? We'd love to know. It would be very interesting to know. आप लोगों को कैसा लगा उनके साथ काम करके?
I'll relate an incident. Shabana ji asked me not to say this till the release of the film. Yeah. So this was in UP. We were shooting a place called Uchega. And one evening I was sitting outside my cottage and I hear a voice singing in Bengali, loudly by the pool. And I was curious, so I went to investigate who was singing. And I saw Shabana ji beside the pool because it was deserted at that point of time, the evening, and she making a video call with somebody in Kolkata and learning the line of the Ravindra Sangeet, which she was supposed to lip the next day. And she was singing it loudly so that she could get the intonation, the voice and everything right. So that is Shabana Azmi's in a nutshell. And Jayaji, she is a switch on, switch off operator. You know, she's joking. One moment. Next moment she's serious and she's like that matriarchal giant that she becomes. So it was an education which was, it was an institution two institutions in fact, which I was privileged enough to be. And of course, Dharamji, Chant Kasam. Superstar, that's it. Bottom line, superstar.
Ma'am, for you, how was it? You know, Samdhan ke samne hona.
The same actually, because we've been fans of Dharamji, Shabanaji particularly because the first film I ever saw in my life was Masoom. So, you know, the first Hindi film actually.
What a journey.
Absolutely. to be with her on the sets was like something that I couldn't imagine happening. And I must say, she took very good care of me, you know. She used to send me smoothies to make sure that I was okay. So who does that? So lots of love to her from me this side. And Jayaji, of course, being on the sets was good. There was a lot of talk happening about Bengal, about what was happening back here. And Dharamji was so sweet, you know, he held my hand and said that I have a lot of Bengali friends and you have a charming personality. To hear that from him was something that made my day. And being with them on the sets was a dream come true, frankly. And not to, you know, lessen their value any further, Alia and Ranveer, being with them, so much talent, so much input, was something that I enjoyed every bit.
And we are enjoying this conversation, this interaction.
Alia and Ranveer, I have a question to you. Hi, this way.
I'm coming to you. Yeah.
आलिया एंड रणवीर, जैसे कि सुनने को आ रहा है कि फिल्मों में कई सारी कट्स लगाई गई हैं और उनमें से खेला हॉबी दैट डायलॉग दैट हैज बीन रिमूव्ड. सो लाइक व्हाट्स योर टेक ऑन इट?
So can you
Sorry, once more.
खेला हॉबी डायलॉग जो उसमें है ना, वो जो खेला हॉबी यानी जो आप बोलते हो, जो ट्रेलर में भी दिखाया जाता है, आई एम टॉकिंग टू यू. इट्स लाइक
No. So there have been some minor cuts that have been asked by the board, and we respect that completely, and that has been incorporated. But what you're saying is not the case. And I think we should let everybody watch the film and then not talk about what's been cut. The final cut is seamlessly flowing, regardless of these little minor cuts.
we take one last question, okay?
চুনি দিন ওনাকে একটা প্রশ্ন আছে যে এখানে ট্রেলারে দেখতে পেয়েছি আমরা বাঙালি মানে সফিস্টিকেশন, এডুকেশন এবং রবীন্দ্রনাথকে ধরে আঁকড়ে বাঁচা, তো সেইটাকে আপনারও পুরোপুরি সম্ভব যেটা দেখানো হয়েছে, আমরা জানি না ট্রেলার দেখে মনে হচ্ছে।
যখন একটা ছবি তৈরি হয় দুটো পরিবার নিয়ে, টু ডিফারেন্ট ফ্যামিলিজ, টু ডিফারেন্ট কালচার্স, তখন তার ইডিওসিনক্রেসিসগুলো তো থাকবেই। What marks a Bengali family and what marks a Randhawa family will automatically be there. তো সেখানে রবীন্দ্রনাথকে রাখা বা যেইভাবে আমরা হিন্দিটা বলছি আমরা বাঙালিরা, সেগুলো খুবই সুন্দরভাবে দেখানো হয়েছে এবং সেগুলো কোথাওই মনে হবে না যে they are creating a problem for any culture in any way. So it's actually supposed to be a lot of fun, a lot of entertainment, and that is what the Karan Johar film provides.
Hi, how are you? Thank you.
Yeah. Alia, first of all, congratulations on this world of motherhood. And after seeing this trailer, what is Ranveer, your husband's take on this?
We just heard the thing, ma'am. अभी सबसे पहले ही शुरुआत की है.
Oh, sorry, I
Right?
missed
नहीं,
it.
it's okay.
And also you have acted with stalwarts of Bengali cinema,
Yes.
Chuniti and Kolkata. I'd like to ask you about your experience with them. And also today is supposed to be today is the death anniversary of Uttam Kumar, who is a legend of Bengali cinema. If you can share with us anything about him.
I'm going to talk about my experience with Tota sir and Chuni ma'am. Honestly, for me to have it was Rani is very close. My character Rani is very close to her family, and she loves them dearly, like every girl and every boy does. But their relationship very quickly had to be very personal and very real, and that's not a very easy thing to do if when you've not met somebody or meeting someone for the first time in your life. I was not worried at all when Karan told me as to who would be playing my mom and who would be playing my baba, because I knew that if anything, my performance would become better just performing with them. There's a genuine affection and bond that we shared shooting for that film. I really felt extremely comfortable with them, and the way we talk to each other, the scenes that we have, it's very personal, it's very intimate. Like we're fighting, we're talking, we're laughing, we're arguing, all of that. So all those scenes actually I feel like we performed very instinctively. There was a lot of improv also on those moments. There was very overlapping, talking over each other. So I really cherish those memories because it's when you get to flow with actors and artists like them. It only makes your job way better and way simpler and way more memorable.
That's all I think.
Last question, please.
Ji, one, two, yeah.
Today with all my heart.
Which was a grand success.
But I have to say, playing a Bengali, like what happened very naturally on set, I used to whenever say, instead of saying kya hua, what happened, ki holo, I started saying. Ek two, I was also started saying. So that little bit naturally happened while I was being Rani. Yeah.
Man, I always feel like every character has some part of you. It always happens so. But there are several similarities between this character and mine. There are some characters that I find are very far away from what I am, perhaps. I would like to believe that I can, go any distance and be anything. But having said that, there are some characters that you find more similarities with. I would say Rocky is such a character, full of life, loves his family, all heart, wears his heart on his sleeve. And yeah, I feel like somewhere Karan, knowing that he was going to cast me as Rocky in the writing process, added a few things that he felt would suit me nicely. So I'm very grateful to him for giving me such a character, and I hope that people like it.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for a quick picture because we have to wrap this up. Hello. Hi.
Hi, everybody. This is Jyoti from TV9. First of all, thank you for coming today. And there are some very interesting dialogues in this movie. And also, Alia, to be very honest, when we heard the dialogue, Khala, we were just totally blown away because being a Bengali, it was something special to all of us. So can you please say Khala once again today in front of everybody? Is this possible?
Hello,
Nice one.
And whose brainchild was that? Is that Karan's brainchild? The dialogue itself, Khala
So we don't want to give too much away because there's a scene which plays out between me and Jaya ma'am, and you have to know the context of the scene as to why that line came and why Rani decided to speak those words in that moment. So we don't want to speak too much about it because we'll spoil the moment. Sometimes you give a high point and then you give everything happens before, then what's the point of you reaching that point? So watch the film and then we'll
It's here this Friday. Here. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for being so amazing. It's time for a quick photo op and we wrap this up. Right? So, can you move the